This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Good evening and welcome to the late night news. I'm Sanjay Pinto and there have been late night developments. Vijay Kant, in fact, driving into Poise Garden to sign that deal with Ms. Jayalalitha, the DMDK and the AIADMK have finally, after all that uncertainty, after all those rounds of speculation, they have finally signed that deal. The DMDK has been given 41 seats in the upcoming assembly election in Tamil Nadu. Mr. Vijay Kant, in fact, just when all the media teams, including Captain TV, had turned back thinking that he was not going to come today, it was an auspicious day of Amavasya, and Ms. Jayalalitha was actually keen to sign that deal with him today. There had been a lot of speculation. The DMK, in fact, also had, Mr. Alagiri had made a statement which a lot of people found very interesting. He said that Mr. Vijay Kant is somebody with self-respect, insinuating almost that he wouldn't join hands with the AIADMK. Also going on to say that Mr. Vijay Kant never said that he would join hands with Amma, but all that's now history. What we can tell you right now is Mr. Vijay Kant at about 9 o'clock drove into Poise Garden with his trusted lieutenants, with Mr. Pandroti Ramachandran, with his brother-in-law LK Sudesh, and has signed that deal with the AIADMK. Is this the defining moment of elections 2011 in Tamil Nadu? All that and more in a very short while from now. Our correspondent Peer Mohammed is right there at Poise Garden. We must remind our viewers that NDTV Hindu is the first news channel to get the visuals first. Those pictures of Vijay Kant meeting Amma. The only news channel, in fact, that has got those visuals first on air for you. But all that in a very short while from now. But first, it's over to Evelyn Matthew, my colleague, for all the headlines. Evelyn?
Thanks, Sanjay. Let's bring you the top stories we're tracking at this hour on NDTV Hindu. Captain and Amma meet at the Poise Garden residence for the decider on seat sharing. DMDK gets 41 confirmed seats. But has the DMK settled with their number match? Sources say Congress nods to 60 seats. Ghulam Nabi Azad to touch down tomorrow. Looks like the Election Commission will not budge on the poll schedule despite the many cries. The Chief Election Commissioner acts tough. The Bar Council elections in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry goes off peacefully, but the first time the Madras High Court steps in to oversee the process. And the Madras High Court directs the TNPSC to submit the answer sheets of candidates from the year 2000. Hello and welcome to the news at this hour. The big breaking news obviously coming to you at this point of time. Captain Vijay Kant has met Amma Jayalalitha at her residence, the Poise Garden residence. The images there coming to you from that very crucial meeting. Joining me in the studios right here is our executive editor Sanjay Pinto. Our senior correspondent Peer Mohammed also will be joining us very shortly live from the venue as well. Sanjay, a big headliner tomorrow in the papers, but we being the first one to get our viewers.
Today's television news is, yesterday's news is tomorrow's newspaper news.
And first on NDTV Hindu.
And first on NDTV
Yes.
Hindu, absolutely.
How crucial is this going to be? We know that 41 seats are confirmed. That's something that he's been asking for. I'm sure he's going to be satisfied with that number. But
no, I think he had asked for much more, really. I think Mr. Vijay Kant had initially hitched his wagon to this to the stars, and I think he was looking initially. We are told. These are unconfirmed reports. Really, no one really knows what happens behind closed doors.
Oh, yes.
But clearly, I think there were reports, unconfirmed, of course, that Vijay Kant had initially asked for about 90 seats. Scaled that down. The AIADMK, we are told, started with about 30 or 32 seats. Several rounds of negotiations. Interesting strategy this time around, with both the sides. If you witnessed, even in the DMK front, we had, in fact, MK Stalin and others, DMK leaders holding talks with the core committee formed by the Congress comprising P. Chidambaram, Jayanti Natarajan, Thanga Balu, GK Vasan. And even in the AIADMK, I think they nominated Sengotian and O. Paneerselvam, Jay Kumar to hold those parleys with Mr. Vijay Kant's trusted leaders like Pandroti Ramachandran, Mafor, Mr. Pandya and LK Sudesh. So I think all that's been hammered out now. 41 seats, I think, is a good number for Mr. Vijay Kant. Remember, he contested 232 seats in 2006 in the assembly election alone. He went solo there, but he realized he got about 8.38% vote share, which was pretty good. It went up to about 10% in the 2009 Lok Sabha polls, but as we said earlier, the DMDK is known to be extremely strong in northern Tamil Nadu. The AIDMK is strong in southern Tamil Nadu and western regions. The two parties could complement each other very well. Peer Mohammed was also among the first journalists to arrive at Poise Garden there after turning back initially and almost reaching our office in Perungudi. Peer, from Perungudi to Poise Garden must have been quite a drive. How did you manage to? Did you have a chopper to reach there so quickly?
Yeah, we have to thank our chauffeur Bala, who has driven us to this place at a quite faster pace.
I didn't ask you about the chauffeur. I asked you about the chopper to reach there. Did you have a helicopter to reach there?
Yeah, I am talking about the chauffeur who got us here quite fast. We chose him because he has been quite fast, and we reached here in about 25 minutes, and Vijaykanth reached there a little later, that is 10 minutes later after we reached here.
That's exactly the first question I asked you, Peer, when we started the bulletin, whether you would beat Vijaykanth to Poise Garden, and you did. So hats off to you, but tell us, I mean, have we heard you are trying to shout out to Mr. Vijaykanth. Did they nearly come out for that photo op? Has anyone spoken there? We do know you've given us confirmed breaking news that the DMDK has been given 41 seats, but have any of the two sides gone on record to speak to the media? Has Ms. Jayalalitha spoken to the media? Has Vijaykanth spoken to the media?
No, immediately after Vijaykanth drove out of Poise Garden after 20 minutes of talks, this is the deal signed by both Jayalalitha and Vijaykanth, which is given to all the media waiting outside, that 41 seats are given to the DMDK, Vijaykanth-led DMDK, after the seat sharing talks were held, and also the fact that we have arrived at this deal after a few rounds of talks, that is mentioned here, and this is the agreement signed by both the leaders, and this is what is given out to the media. Media are still hanging out to see if, but Vijaykanth did not speak to the media. Jayalalitha has not come out. Also, the fact that we are still waiting here because Vaiko and other leaders are, Vaiko has just arrived in Poise Garden. Vaiko, you can see the, you can hear the noise in the surrounding area that Vaiko has just reached. He will sign the deal with the ADMK. That is what we are being told, but I haven't seen him yet, but that is what
that's a kind of a cascading effect there. As I said earlier in this, in our previous bulletins, the Election Commission, we've heard of fast-track diplomacy. This is fast-track alliance formation here, and in fact, the hero of it all is probably the Election Commission for deciding on early elections, which has forced the hand of all political parties to iron out their differences, to stop the haggling and sign the deal and get to the campaign as fast as possible. Now, you've given us breaking news again that Vaiko has also gone in there, which means the ADMK is quite keen to sort of cement its entire alliance very quickly. Vaiko, the MDMK, contested 35 seats in 2006. Peer, how many seats are they likely to be given this time around? Because the MDMK's vote share is obviously less than the DMDK's vote share. The DMDK having got 41 seats, how many do you think Vaiko is going to settle for? Because more allies means less seats for the allies.
Sanjay, sorry because we have been getting news that Vaiko is coming, but he has not in fact arrived, and it may be a false alarm also. It's quite late in the night, but he is likely to get about 18 seats. That is what his
classic case. Robert Browning's verse seems to have come true. More is less. More allies means less seats. So do you think Vaiko is going to actually be happy with 18 seats? Which is almost in fact half of what he contested the last time.
Yeah, definitely. But Sanjay, the fact is that he contested 35 seats, but he was able to win just about 6 seats. Out of the 6 MLAs also, he lost 3 MLAs to the ruling DMK. And also in the MPs, most of his MPs have gone back to the DMK, and he was not able to hold on to his MLAs and MPs. That has kind of reduced his value in the alliance. Though he is the long-standing ally, he should be now happy with the 18 seats that he is getting, and he has in principle reportedly agreed for that, Sanjay.
All right, now Peer, how do you see now both sides, as we've been saying earlier, rainbow coalitions, the days of one side getting all the allies and almost singling out the others and ganging up against one side are over. It seems that there are even Stevens this time around in this election. Both sides, both the DMK front and the ADMK-led front, have strong allies. They have parties who complement each other. It's a good mix of parties on both sides. How do you see this really playing out, and what do you think would be the strategy here? Because obviously the DMK is going to harp on its achievements, on its freebies, some very good schemes also that they've rolled out. Of course, the ADMK has punched holes in some of these schemes, saying that they're only with an eye on elections. The AIADMK has been going hammer and tongs on the 2G spectrum scam, harping on corruption, harping on the family rule there and related issues. So, do you think corruption and freebies are going to be perhaps in a sense the twin campaign themes of this election?
Yes, the main opposition AIADMK and the DMDK are going to hop on corruption. Particularly, they have been talking about the 2G scam in their louder voices. They are making a hue and cry about this 2G scam, and they are blaming the ruling DMK of looting 1,76,000 crore rupees. That seems to be the main focus of the AIADMK, DMDK. But on the other hand, the DMK is going to people, reaching out to people with its welfare scheme and freebies, particularly the free color television set scheme. That is one of the biggest schemes, and they have almost 80% of the beneficiaries have already got their free color television sets and other welfare schemes like the revolving fund for the self-help groups. That is going to be the focus of the DMK, and they are relying on the welfare schemes and the freebies to win these elections. Also, on the northern side, the PMK and the VCK, and on the western side, the Konganadu Munnetra Kalagam, they are trying to counter the Vijaykanth effect with that. Also, the Congress also has 10% vote share in. Also, they are scattered all across the state. It will be a closely contested election, considering the fact that both have almost the same percentage, touching almost 50.
All right, Peer, again, the low voter turnout, that's a concern across the political spectrum here. Ms. Jayalalitha raising that. Mr. Karunanidhi also writing in the party organ, Murasuli, in fact, not very happy with the rates. Mr. Karunanidhi also made a valid point there, saying only it effectively leaves parties with 17 days to campaign, 234 constituencies in Tamil Nadu and 17 days to campaign. You can do the math there and see how many days, how they will be able to really fan out to all the interior villages. In fact, this is going to be a make or break election for both sides, extremely crucial. The stakes extremely high here. It's going to be a bitterly fought election, go all the way down to the wire. How do you think this is going to affect the short, in fact, period for campaigning? How do you think they are really going to improvise here? Because this is like T20 cricket, may not be 20 days also, but 17 days, 17 overs in a sense for the parties here. How do you think they're going to improvise? How are they going to use a long handle in the elections? What's the equivalent of the mongoose bat in Tamil Nadu's political landscape?
Yes, Sanjay, this is going to be extremely challenging for all the political parties in Tamil Nadu, because right from DMK chief and Chief Minister Karunanidhi to the main opposition leader Jayalalitha have pointed out that this is not, they don't have enough time. They have said it in very different words. Particularly DMK chief writing to the party cadre said they don't have much time for campaigning, and so they should be working very briskly. That is his appeal to the party cadre. On the other hand, hand, MDMK chief Vaiko has written to the election commission saying that the exams are round the corner. Exams are almost coinciding with the assembly elections. He wanted
both parties, all parties on the same page here as far as the election dates are concerned. Peer, but if you can very briefly tell us, has Vijaykanth left already the residence? Any other leaders remaining there? Is Ms. Jayalalitha likely to speak, or is it over for the day and that the statement is all that we get?
Look, yeah, Sanjay, it looks like it's over for the day because
which is very surprising.
Though there are reports, though there are reports that they are reaching.
Yes, go ahead, Peer.
Though there are reports that other leaders are reaching here, particularly the MDMK and the left parties, it looks like that may be a false alarm, maybe given there is no official confirmation as of now about the leaders reaching here. Maybe Sunday is considered one of the auspicious days. Maybe Sunday they will be signing the deal, because Sunday is also the day chosen by the DMK leadership to sign the deal with the Congress. Sanjay.
DMK doesn't really go too much by auspicious days and all that, but clearly I think as journalists we need to, all along, Evelyn, I had this World Cup calendar in my wallet, the World Cup cricket calendar. Now we should also have this calendar for auspicious days and all that, so we know when they are likely to sign deals.
Oh, yes.
But thank you very much, Peer. If you can, we'll probably come back to you there if you can get us some more the inside information, the grapevine there also, so which means we also know that Vijaykanth is really, as we said earlier, not keen on that Rajya Sabha seat. Let's go across, let's do something different for the benefit of all our Tamil viewers. We've got Moses Robinson, who stayed on after his 8:30 p.m. Ungal Seidi News, just to give you a quick roundup of what's been happening in Tamil. Moses, Rumma Nandri, இப்போ வந்து இது எந்த அளவுக்கு ஒரு பலமான கூட்டணி நினைக்கிறீங்க?
கண்டிப்பா சஞ்சய், அதோட சந்தோஷமான ஒரு விஷயம் நீங்க தமிழ்ல பேசுறது தான். நீங்க விரைவில் எங்க வேலைக்கெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் வெயிட் வச்சிருவீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
நான் வந்து அடிக்கடி சொல்வேன் மோசஸ், ஏன் தமிழ் எனக்கு பெருமை, மற்றவங்களுக்கு பொறாமை.
ஆமா, எனக்கும் பொறாமை தான். இப்போ வந்து மற்றவங்களுக்கு இப்போ சில பேர் பொறாமையா இருக்காங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் மற்ற கட்சிகளை பார்க்க போனால். ஏன்னா கொஞ்ச நாட்களாகவே சஞ்சய் இந்த பேச்சு தேர்தல் தேதி அறிவிக்கப்பட்டும் கூட தேமுதிகவும் அதிமுகவும் நெருங்கி வரலை. அதனால பல கட்டமான விஷயங்கள் எல்லாம் சொன்னாங்க, வேறு மாதிரி பேசினாங்க, வேறு விதமான ஆங்கிளில் கூட இது போச்சு. ஆனால் கடைசியாக அதெல்லாம் இன்னைக்கு காலையில் கூட அடிக்கடி சில விஷயங்களை சொன்னார். அதுக்கும் இதுக்கும் இப்போ சம்பந்தமே இல்லாத அளவுக்கு விஜயகாந்த் தன்னுடைய கூட்டணியோட சேர்ந்து ஜெயலலிதாவை சந்திச்சிருக்காரு. மொத்தம் அவருக்கு 41 இடங்கள் ஒதுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறதுக்கு இதுக்குண்டான அறிக்கையில் 2 பேரும் கையெழுத்திட்டு இருக்காங்க. மற்றபடி பார்க்க போனால் ரெகுலராக இது நடந்துட்டு தான் இருக்குது. இருந்தாலும் கூட இப்போது அங்கே இருக்கிற நம்ம பீர் கூட நம்ம இப்போ பேசுவோம். வணக்கம் பீர். இப்போ வந்து 41 தொகுதிகள் தேமுதிகவுக்கு அளிக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. ஆனால் 2 பேருமே இன்னைக்கு பேசலை. ஜெயலலிதாவும் சரி விஜயகாந்தும் சரி 2 பேரும் பேசலை. தனிப்பட்ட விஷயமா உங்ககிட்ட ஏதாவது பேசினாங்களா, இல்லை நீங்கள் அங்கே இருந்ததுனால இது ஒரு சந்தோஷமான ஒரு உடன்படிக்கைன்னு எடுத்துக்கலாமா?
முதல்ல சொல்லுங்க சார், பிரேக்னு சொன்னீங்க.
ஆமாம், ரைட், நல்ல விஷயம். இப்போ நான் என்ன சொல்ல வரேன்னா பீர், நான் என்ன தான் சொன்னேன் சரி, நீங்கள் அங்கே இருக்கிறீங்க, நீங்கள் இது குறித்து ஜெயலலிதாவும் பேசல, விஜயகாந்தும் எதுவும் பேசலன்னு சொன்னீங்க. ஆனால் அங்கே இருந்ததுனால உங்கள்கிட்ட கேட்குறேன், இது ஒரு சந்தோஷமான ஒரு உடன்படிக்கை என்று எடுத்துக்கொள்ளலாமா? ஒரு சின்ன தொழில்நுட்ப கோளாறு என்று நினைக்கிறேன். இப்பொழுது நிலவரம்படி அதிமுக தனது தொகுதியில் தேமுதிகவிற்கு 41 இடங்களை அளித்திருக்கிறது. இன்னும் இது ஓரளவுக்கு எதிர்பார்த்த ஒரு கூட்டணி இப்பொழுது வந்திருக்கிறது. அதே போல நாளை சில மாற்றங்களை எதிர்பார்க்கலாம் திமுக தரப்பில் என்று நினைக்கிறேன். சஞ்சய் தொடர்ந்து உங்களுக்கு செய்திகளை வழங்குவார்.
All right, let me try a little bit more of Tamil. Do you suggest I again try and ask Moses something in Tamil?
If you can manage, please go ahead.
இது வந்து ஒரு தீர்மானம் மட்டும் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, இந்த சீட் ஷேரிங் எக்ரிமெண்ட் மட்டும் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. இது வந்து எந்த 2 தலைவர் வந்து பேசவே இல்லை. அதை பற்றி என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்க மோசஸ்? எதனால் இது ஒரு சந்தோஷமான விஷயம் உங்களுக்கு? ஏன் அது வந்து மீடியா முன்னாடி வந்து பேசல?
இது வந்து உள்ளுக்குள்ளே இருந்தாலும் சில ஒரு சந்தோஷம் குறைவாக இருக்குன்னு சொல்லலாம் சஞ்சய். ஏன்னா அவர் எதிர்பார்த்தது அதிகம். நாளேடுகளில் இல்லை மற்ற விஷயங்களை நீங்கள் படித்தது, மற்றவங்க நம்ம சொல்ல கேட்டு வர்ற விஷயங்களை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தேமுதிக எதிர்பார்த்தது நிறைய சீட் தருவாங்க அப்படின்னு எதிர்பார்த்தாங்க. ஆனால் அவங்களுக்குள்ள இருந்த பலகட்ட பேச்சுவார்த்தைகள், முதல்ல சுதீஷ் வந்து பேசினார், அப்புறம் நேரடியாக இப்போ வந்து அவரும் பேசியிருக்காரு. அதனால் ஒரு 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 முழு மனதான ஒரு இது ஒப்பந்தமா என்பதில் ஒரு சந்தேகம் இருக்க தான் செய்யுது. சஞ்சய், இது குறித்து அங்கே நம்ம பீர் முகமது இருக்கார், அவர்கிட்ட பேசிடுவோம். வணக்கம் பீர். நாங்கள் இங்கே ஸ்டுடியோலேருந்து பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கோம், நீங்கள் அங்கேருந்து ரொம்ப அழகாக எங்களுக்கு செய்திகளை தந்துட்டு இருக்கீங்க. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமான விஷயமா இருக்குது. நீங்கள் அங்கே இருக்கிறதுனால உங்ககிட்ட கேட்குறேன். 2 பேருமே இன்னைக்கு பேசலை, ஜெயலலிதாவும் பேசலை, விஜயகாந்தும் பேசலை. நீங்கள் என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்க? இது ஒரு சந்தோஷமான ஒரு உடன்படிக்கை என்று எடுத்துக்கொள்ளலாமா?
மோசஸ், நீங்க சொன்னது என்ன இங்க ஒரே சத்தமா இருக்கு. இந்த அதிமுக
ஆமாம், இருக்கத்தான் செய்யும் பேர். ஏன்னா இது ஒரு தேமுதிகவுக்கும் சரி அதிமுகவும் சரி இது ஒரு திருவிழா போலத்தான் அது இருக்கத்தான் செய்யும். இருப்பினும் கூட இது குறித்து இரு தலைவர்களும் பேசவே இல்லையே. இது ஒரு சந்தோஷமான உடன்படிக்கை என்று எடுத்துக்கொள்ளலாமா?
தேமுதிகவுக்கும் அதிமுகவுக்கும் இடையே ஏற்பட்டிருக்கிற இந்த உடன்பாடு கண்டிப்பாக தமிழக அரசியலில் ஒரு முக்கியமான திருப்புமுனையாகும். குறிப்பாக 2 கட்சிகளும் உடன்படாது என்று இன்று திமுகவுடைய மூத்த தலைவர்களில் ஒருவனான அழகிரி சொன்ன பிறகு இந்த உடன்பாடு ஏற்பட்டிருக்கிறது. அது மட்டுமல்ல, காங்கிரசும் கூட
சொல்லுங்க பேர் கேக்குது, சொல்லுங்க.
காங்கிரசும் கூட விஜயகாந்தை தங்கள் பக்கம் இழுப்பதற்கும், அதே சமயம் திமுகவில் ஒரு தரப்பினர் விஜயகாந்தும் காங்கிரசும் சேருகிறார்கள் என்கிற ஏகப்பட்ட வதந்திகள் நடந்து கொண்டிருந்த போது இந்த உடன்பாடு ஏற்பட்டிருப்பது என்பது நீண்ட காலமாக அவர்களிடையே நடந்த பேச்சுவார்த்தையை ஊர்ஜிதப்படுத்தியதோடு மட்டுமல்லாமல் திமுகவை தோற்கடிப்பது மட்டுமே தங்களது லட்சியம் என்று விஜயகாந்த் சொல்லி இருப்பதையும், இருவருக்கும் ஒரே நோக்கம்தான், திமுக ஆட்சியை அகற்றுவது என்பதுதான் ஒரே நோக்கம் என்பதையும் உறுதி செய்திருக்கிறது. அது மட்டுமல்ல, 2006 சட்டமன்ற தேர்தலில் வெறும் ஒரே ஒரு சட்டமன்ற தொகுதியில் வெற்றி பெற்ற தேமுதிகவுக்கு இப்போது 41 இடங்கள் கிடைத்திருப்பது என்பது அதன் வாக்கு சதவீதங்கள், கடந்த காலங்களில் கிடைத்த வாக்கு சதவீதங்களின் அடிப்படையிலானது. முழுக்க 8.38% வாக்குகளை 2006 ஆண்டு தேர்தலிலும் 2009 ஆண்டு பொது தேர்தலில், லோக்சபா தேர்தலில் 10% வாக்கு வங்கியும் பெற்ற அவர்களால் எந்த இடத்திலும் 2009 வெற்றி பெற முடியவில்லை. முழுக்க அதிமுகவின் வெற்றி வாய்ப்பு தான் அதனால் பாதிக்கப்பட்டது. 2006 ஆண்டில் 89 தொகுதிகளில் அதிமுகவின் வெற்றி வாய்ப்பு இதனால் பாதிக்கப்பட்டது. 2009 ஆண்டு பொது தேர்தலில் 135 அசம்பிளி செக்மெண்ட்ஸ் என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய சட்டசபை தொகுதிகளில் அதிமுகவுடைய வெற்றி வாய்ப்பை அது பாதித்திருக்கிறது. இந்த அடிப்படையில், இந்த கணக்கின் அடிப்படையில் தான் இப்போது அதிமுகவும் தேமுதிகவும் கைகோர்த்து திமுக காங்கிரஸ் கூட்டணியை எதிர்கொள்கின்றன. மோசஸ்,
நன்றி பீட், தகவல்களுக்கு மிக்க நன்றி. சஞ்சய், நீங்க இது போற இத்தனை தொகுதிகள் 41 கிடைக்கும் என்று நீங்க எதிர்பார்த்தீங்களா?
Well, Moses, if I can answer you that in English, actually I had predicted that in fact at 9 o'clock, if our viewers have been watching carefully, I think the only channel which actually even gave out the number of seats that would be signed, Evelyn, and Evelyn is my witness, right?
Yes,
here
absolutely,
in the studio.
yes.
Yeah, so I think we got it right.
And
we got
the visuals.
And the visuals. We got the number right. We got the visuals first on air. In fact, a lot of firsts here. I think we also the first channel to have a bilingual news bulletin, right?
Yes, at a time, yeah.
At the same time, in one half hour chunk.
We'll clap, Sanjay.
Yes, Peer, I think Peer has been doing a great job there at Poise Garden. Peer, I want to ask you the fact that I still want to ask you, it's the fact that neither Ms. Jayalalitha, I was expecting actually a joint statement there, neither Ms. Jayalalitha nor Mr. Vijaykanth there taking questions from the media, not really giving a reaction on camera. Is this a strategic move? Because obviously the other allies are yet to sign their deals, the MDMK particularly. Is it a strategic move to actually not lay their cards on the table and open up too much at this stage?
It looks like the whole day has been spent in deliberations, and both according to sources in both the parties, what they are saying is they are too tired to face the cameras right now. Throughout the day, there has been quite a lot of back and forth between Poise Garden and Virihambakam residents of Vijaykanth. Also, the other news now coming in is that Vijaykanth's wife, Premalata Vijaykanth, will be contesting from Virihambakam Assembly constituency. Among the 41 seats which are identified, almost identified now, is one Virihambakam constituency where Vijaykanth's residence is. Now that both the leaders, because of the back and forth communication happening right from the morning, they are too tired to face the media. Maybe after all the parties, MDMK left parties,
that's an interesting
all
thing,
the parties are signing.
Absolutely, that's an interesting thing. So the fact that you're also saying that they have identified constituencies, which is important, although they may have talked about it, they've also identified constituencies. Any reason why Premalata Vijaykanth's wife was not present there today?
She wasn't there, and only 3 of them were there. Vijaykanth, Pandrutti Ramachandran and Sudhish were there. Apparently Premalata Vijaykanth was not there, but who was one of the important back channel communication person between the two parties for the last several months, according to sources in both the parties, Sanjay.
All right, Peer, what are the party workers? If the several ADMK party workers gathered around you, if you can also ask them, what do they feel about this alliance with Vijaykanth?
Yeah, let me go across to one of the party persons here. நீங்க என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்க தேமுதிகக்கும் here they are
இந்த கூட்டணி 234 தொகுதியும் அதிமுக கூட்டணி வெற்றி பெறும். இதனால் மக்கள் ரொம்ப ஆர்வத்தோட இருக்காங்க எப்போ தேர்தல் வரோன்னு. அதனால நாங்க மெகா கூட்டணி இந்த கூட்டணி கண்டிப்பா அம்மா ஆட்சிக்கு வருவாங்க. அம்மா சிஎம் இருப்பாங்க. அதுக்கு உறுதுணையா கேப்டன் இருப்பார்.
Sanjay, you heard what they said. They are very confident that the ADMK DMDK alliance will sweep all the 234 constituencies. So much enthusiasm here, particularly considering the star status both these leaders enjoy. There is so much enthusiasm out here outside Poise Garden now.
All right, that's trademark sycophancy there, or in fact optimism at its best to the highest level there, talking about all 234 seats there. But we must reiterate here that both sides, as we said earlier, I will keep repeating this, even Stevens it seems, both sides are even Stevens, both sides seem to have cobbled together formidable allies. It's well balanced. This is going to be a balanced, of course, NDTV Hindu will give you balanced election coverage, and also I think both alliances are equally balanced. So we'll have to wait and see which side really rests the initiative. But as of now, I think it's a huge shot in the arm for Amma, Ms. Jayalalitha, to have finally got the DMDK on her side, to have actually convinced Vijaykanth to get on her side, somebody who had ever since he launched his party been saying that his only alliance is with God. But then to quickly give you a wrap of what's been happening today, at about 9 o'clock this evening, Mr. Vijaykanth, after all those reports that he was not actually going to Ms. Jayalalitha to sign that deal, because there were indications that he would actually sign that deal at 10:30 in the morning. That didn't happen. A lot of speculation. It gave rise to a lot of speculation. Alagiri also saying that Vijaykanth never said that he was going to align with her. There have been probably last-minute efforts to try and win him over to the Congress side, try and outsource him to the Congress in a sense. But that didn't happen. At 9 p.m., Mr. Vijaykanth drove into Poise Garden, signed that deal, was with Ms. Jayalalitha and her party work. In fact, I saw O. Paneerselvam and Sengotian there, Vijaykanth accompanied by LK Sudhish and Pandrutti Ramachandran. He's been the man who actually did all the groundwork. Pandrutti Ramachandran, a former minister in the MGR cabinet, he did all the groundwork given his rapport with the ADMK, and finally they signed that deal. And the DMDK will contest 41 seats in this election along with the AIDMK. The Congress and the DMK are likely to sign their seat sharing accord tomorrow, and Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad comes down. 60 seats is what we are told, but I think this could well be the game changer. This could actually make a big difference in this election. But as I said earlier, we really have to see how this plays out. As of now, it seems very, very evenly poised. We'll have to wait and see how actually the campaign actually kicks off 17 days, Mr. Karunanidhi pointed out, is too short for any campaign to take place. How they actually divide their time and their constituencies, this is going to be a very, very interesting election. This is going to be like a different sort of a World Cup in a sense, a T20 kind of encounter, and we are going to be glued to our TV sets. I'm already at the edge of my seat, Evelyn, as you can see. I've been for a long time.
And this is where we get you all of that election special coverage. Thanks very much indeed, Peer Mohammed, for joining us from outside the Poise Garden residence. Moses Robinson and Sanjay Pinto. This is where we bring you the big news, the headlines coming to you from the heart of today's political encounter. The chiefs of the AIA, DMK and the DMDK making that historical move which could prove a pitched battle come April, which is also the season we will be bringing you our election specials right here as it happens. All of this on your trusted channel NDTV Hindu. Thanks so much for being with us. Good night.